going on today, YouTube? First video of many. How y'all doing? Man, I just want to talk about my experience about coming from the city to the country. Take me home, country roads, to a place I belong. No, but for real though. Born and raised Chicago, Illinois. Shout outs, big shout out, stand up if you're from anywhere up north. However, man, now I'm down in Tennessee. Wait till I get to tell you about that. Just wait. But I just want to talk about some of the experiences that I had making my way down here. Man, adjusting was the hardest thing ever to do. But however, luckily, I always been a person that, kind of didn't worry about everybody else's way, worry about what everybody else had going on, like I kind of started my own trends, in school, early on in the years, in elementary school. Okay, I kind of was I was a good student, don't get me wrong. My parents ain't play that now. My parents ain't never play that now. However, I definitely wanted to talk. I wanted to get some conversation sparked. I wanted to start some relationships. I wanted to build. Like for real, And I can remember, like, now that I bring up elementary school, all the teachers used to tell my mom, they go up and get the report cards before you, unknowingly finna get your, back torn off or something like that. Like, well, you probably know, but you ain't know if your teacher was gonna be cool that day or not. That's what it always came down to. You ain't know what your teacher was gonna say that day. Because she liked you sometimes, or he or she liked you sometimes, but that day when that report cards came out, you ain't know if they was parent number 50 or 5 that came through that door, and they wanted to set the standard, get it right, or make an example, so you ain't know what to do, for real. So that's how that was going off for me. So they always tell my mom, I remember, like, oh yeah, he could get good grades, he can get all A's. However, this was the killer part. However, he just wants to talk. Tore me in half every single time. I thought everything was cool till that happened. And it really wasn't. So I'm gonna start these videos. So I know y'all probably wondering, like, oh man, he just rambling. Nah, I'm start it off with letting y'all know, like, kind of step by step, like the things that were, I was accustomed to in Chicago, and what made it so hard for me to adjust when I had got down here to the country. Because I know a lot of people out there, want to leave, want to go to other places, but they're thinking about, family members, friends, connections, favorite groups, structures, their belief system of structures, churches, gyms, like people will find things to cling on to, and not knowing that, it's everywhere. It didn't start there. It didn't start, like, nowhere around here. Everything out here and, in the USA pretty much came from somewhere else, I'll say that. So, believe. Like I said, the early part of this video, born and raised in Chicago, so little baby baby, all the way until I was like 17. And I already knew, like, I knew by the time I was like 15, 14. If I was thinking hard enough, 13, that I wanted to, go other places, see other things, because after a while, you'll sit up there and really believe, like, I mean, this is the life. This is the world. And there's still people up there. Still people up there today that hasn't been anywhere but there. Hasn't been anywhere but downtown. Of 25, 50 mile radius. Hasn't been nowhere but but the furthest place that the bus or the public transportation train that'll take you. You know, like, you better hop on that Greyhound. You know what I mean? You better get on that Amtrak. You know, like, explore. You know, lose yourself. And the hardest part of things is that you will, you know, see this lifestyle, and that'll be all you know. And I remember, like, because I'm a 90s baby, early 90s, so, you know, there'll be things where it was hard. It made it hard for you to believe. It made it hard for you to see anything outside of there. Like, I think the internet is like a savior at some point, and I mean, in some thought, the internet is a savior, because if there wasn't the internet, you wouldn't be seeing nobody in another different state. You will only know, like, if you had family members. You will only know about something if you had family members in another different state. And then, I mean, there's so many, you know, families, especially then and even now, you know, people, you know, being raised without a father and everything like that. So you will only know the people that's in your circle. You know, some people will be subjected to, you know, joining gangs and everything. So, I mean, you know, I'm believing that this story mainly gonna be about me. But basically, I also want to stand up for Chicago, so y'all can understand, like, oh, like, a lot of people ask me when I tell them I'm from Chicago, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What you sorry for? What are you sorry for? You don't even know what's going on. You know what the news is? All bad news. What are you doing? Like, that's not really everything that's going on. Y'all don't have anybody funding y'all. That's a lie. You don't see that. The news ain't showing no good accomplishments. Oh, somebody jumped in, you know, saved the life of like 12 cats on the southern eastern side of Chicago. Good job. Good job. Bro, that ain't the only thing going on. Like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all really talking about? Like, people are people, and everybody has a good, great part and also a bad, bitter part. You know, like, you gotta just own it. You own it, you work with it, you raise it up, you proper it up, you put it in the tub, rub a dub, you know, you clean it up, wash it off, do something else with it, you know, make it work for you, you know, like, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna go down a great rabbit hole, I see. So, thanks, y'all. I got my name under here under the real George Washington. Don't wonder why. Just know I'm not playing with you. And please don't play with me. Watch, like, subscribe. Today is May 14, 2019. It's a new thing. It's a new wave. I always thought about starting a video. I know of a couple of more ideas that I want to go ahead and get started up. However, I would need one person to do it with me, and I think that's gonna be a lifesaver for some people. I already know it for sure. So go ahead, like, subscribe, stick around. I'll be back at you. Y'all have a good day.